It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. Next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
Out is Eddie Pinheiro to get this one started. And off we go from Charlotte. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. Two-time regular season MVP, three-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC. Greg?
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
Nice pickup here to the back, and what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's taken in by the running back, Piron. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, You can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early in that last pickup.
He is in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They are led out by the veteran, the one they call the Red Rifle, dating back to his old days at TCU. It's Andy Dalton.
The man known around the league as the Red Rifle, and what an NFL career he's had up until this point, Mike. I mean, think back. At one point, he's the Pro Bowl quarterback routinely leading his team to the playoffs. Now, he's the experienced backup. He's bringing a lot of veteran presence to every locker room he finds himself, and one thing's for certain. When he gets a shot to play in the game, you could certainly do a lot worse than having him in your starting lineup.
And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Every offensive coordinator has drive starters, meaning it's a completion, it's a run play that we feel great about, it's a screen. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Third down and 9. They'll send him over to the left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That one on target to Moore. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Carolina first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The motion man is Johnson. Now it's Dalton. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Dalton. He finds the big tight end, Tremble. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Chiefs on top. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Dalton to throw. This one to the tight end, Tremble. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Here's Dalton. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Dalton. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
Everybody on that sideline, when you find yourself in a goal-to-go situation, you're all thinking the same thing. You're getting 6. Well, next thing you know, you've given up 2 sacks on the previous 3 plays, and I think here on 4th down, I've lost all confidence in my protection, and I think you got to settle for the 3.
Here's Eddie Pinheiro now, as the Panthers will try the field goal. This from 40 yards out. Pinheiro's kick is good. And the Panthers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's to the rookie first-round pick, Xavier Worthy. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Really nice play there by Xavier Worthy. And if I'm a defensive coordinator around the league, and I'm thinking to myself, Mike, how do I stop this Chiefs offense? How do I stop Mahomes and Kelsey? Well, they just add a wide receiver that has the fastest 40-yard dash time in the history of the NFL Combine. I mean, the ability to take the top off, the ability to make those secondary players play that much deeper and open up everything else underneath. When he gets up and running, and he really finds his groove in this league, this scary offense just got a little bit scarier.
Here's 2nd and 9. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. 7-3 is the score. With 2 minutes to play in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Over the top, he's got it. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Butker now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs extend their advantage to 14-3. 14, Panthers 3. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense ready for their second possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Now Dalton. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw is Dalton. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. Third down coming up.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal, and at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Back to the air one more time. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing here on third and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Drew Tranquill.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Chiefs offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and that will lead to a second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, we'll keep this one on the ground. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7. So, we reach halftime, and the visitors, the Chiefs, out on top as we get you down to Florida. Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime reports. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Open man downfield. It's Leggett. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Mingo, the man in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tremble comes in motion. They'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. The motion man is Johnson. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That's complete to Rice. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, different than the college game, these offensive linemen, they're blocking for the run. But if that ball gets pulled, the pass option of the play, they're not allowed downfield. In the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. That one intercepted. Picked off by Michael Jackson. He works free, right side, to the 20. And he is going to score. A pick-6 for the touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
And now you get the pick-6, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for 2. Now it's Dalton. This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just the pick-6, but add on a 2-point conversion. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On first down, it's Mahomes. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On play action, it's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Up the middle they go. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Patrick to throw. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Chiefs. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
That's over the middle and caught by Leggett. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Dalton. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. They'll drop to throw. Again, working deep downfield. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right.
Look at him go! And he will go all the way. Jonathan Mingo. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive will start on the ground, and he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
Do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL.